This adventure is powered by the Hat Network. Join our servers at play.hatmc.net.
Welcome back, my sprites and spirits, my ghosts and ghouls. I am Nova Genesis, and welcome to EverDark SMP. And right behind me, we have Liberty, who is thoroughly not minding their own business. Liberty, there's no need to be that close. You can calm down. Okay, let me just gather up my things. I was doing things before, so I had to have all my... The hell was that? Somebody's outside. Oh, it's just you. What are you doing here? Crawling across my roof. What are you doing here? Hello?
Good. I'm gonna be able to buy more after this.
I'm talking to you.
Ow! I didn't hear you.
What are you doing here?
I wanted to tell you. You and Miss Luna don't have to look for a cure anymore.
Oh. Your arm. Oh, good.
Yeah, see? I'm all good now. Apparently, shut up. The other you found, a cure.
RMA.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you and Miss Luna knew, so you didn't have to. So good. So you guys didn't have to worry.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'm probably gonna head back to port. I don't know. I don't think anything's happening today, so
Oh, I'm
I was just
running a
gonna.
class there at MIPS.
Oh, I might hang out then nearby. I've always been interested in your magic, like alcohol. Thank you. Someone has been shaking me down. He sees me with alcohol.
Your skin's a little broken.
Oh, god damn it. And there goes my alcohol again. We're both only talking out of character for a sec. Oh. Fix it. Oh, okay, bye. How does he do that?
Don't worry about
Does
it.
it hurt? I feel weird, right? I've been monkeying at my circus right now.
Honestly, you shouldn't worry about it.
But, yeah, just letting you know that, make sure to tell Miss Luna she doesn't have to work herself anymore to find a cure.
Yeah, I can tell her.
They, apparently, they looked like hell when they came back. I don't know what happened when they got the cure, but something must have happened.
Something as in...
I'm not sure. Me and Vex were in my house for the whole time. They were gone for a couple days. We were fighting with the skulk in our head. It was calling us useless flesh. Because we wouldn't let it take control.
I'm glad that you fought it.
It also gave me the option to let it take control and have me fight Mako. I'll have it fight Mako for me.
Thought Marco was infected.
He is, but I don't know. I haven't seen him. That's another thing. He left skulls around Port Spiral. It was about 4 or 5 of them scattered about.
I see.
There was one on the dock by my house, one in my grove area. There was one I found in the forge, and the other was right on the fence outside of Vex's house. Cautious.
What?
Oh, I was just saying that we found a few, but we're gonna start being more cautious and looking around more.
Okay.
Also, there's some diamonds behind you that you forgot. There you go.
Is there anything else you need, Jinx?
No, I'm heading home.
Alright.
That was not smart.
Also, please get off of there. That's not something to stand on.
Why? Home. Fun. Bye. Way back. I don't feel like magicking.
You do you.
Is
Well, that was an interaction. Hmm. I don't really want to teach this class, but I do owe Jaeger for helping me out. So, might as well get used to it. Ooh, I should have grabbed iron golems, pumpkins and melons. Because we're gonna need something to target. I can do that. There we go. Let's see if melons, pumpkins. While I'm here, I should craft these up into. There we go. Sorry, I accidentally clicked a button, so my mouse sensitivity just fucking tanked. I only need a stack, so the rest I can sell. Fuck! Of course. Fucking course. Just my luck. Because why would anything go my way? Pumpkins. Let's head over to the iron farm. These stacks of blocks would be more than enough. This is what I get for letting it just passively run. Not bad. Not bad at all. Although, I do have to get rid of all these flowers, because they take up too much space. What I should have really done was I should have set up the bamboo farm by now. But I haven't. My bad. Alright. Got 3 stacks of iron blocks. We got a stack of pumpkins. Make plenty of iron golems to use as targets. perfect spot. That could have gotten far worse. Not bad at all. Now I just gotta wait for the potential students and observers to show up. I hope it goes well. And I have time to wait. So, hopefully things go well. How are you, my little spirits? I hope you are well. Hope you're all A-okay. Nothing to really report. Slow day. That's alright. I wonder how many students are gonna show up. And I wonder if Jaeger's gonna show up too. Perhaps I should set up the iron golems. Don't face this direction since the portal's that way and the tank is over there. Spirit users don't have any physically destructive spells, but that doesn't mean that we can't cause damage to living things. Yeah, I have no idea how many students are actually going to show up, so I'm more or less just winging this. And send somebody nearby at least. Kind of nervous. Never taught a class before. Well, before there wasn't any other spirit. Well, I've met other spirit users across the dimensions, but not so many, and not ones that are so diverse.
Hello. Hello.
Stargear. Interesting.
Kid, sorry if I showed up a little bit too early. I just wanted to make sure I got a decent seat for you.
I wasn't expecting to see a Space user.
Knowledge is knowledge.
Knowledge is power.
And all corruptive, if used improperly.
I suppose in some capacity you are correct in that.
Yeah. Getting some prep work done.
Just a little bit. I've never actually taught a class before, so I don't really know where to go, how to go about this, and who's actually gonna show up.
Huh? Excited to see.
I guess.
I've seen glimpses of your power, so it's great to learn a bit more about how you work in the world.
I'm only doing this because I owe Jaeger.
Ah.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I want to expose my power.
I mean, could be worse.
Yeah, could be. Ah, one of the Skulk
here.
twins.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Oh?
Jinx already stopped by my house.
She did say she was.
Not anymore.
Yes, not anymore.
What happened?
And, Arnova and Anya found a cure.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes, they battled hard to get their hands on it. The things they went through probably wasn't pleasant.
I was off continent for a bit when that happened. I'm sorry that I couldn't have been there to support that.
That's fine. Everyone now made it out, so
Gotta talk to them when next chance I get to get their experience about the whole shebang.
What was the cure?
some type of flask, like purification flask or something.
Never heard of
Oh.
it.
It's like
Neither have I.
Well, clearly not. If you did, you would have cured yourself.
Yeah. What's going on over here?
Oh, I'm running a class in a few minutes. I don't know who's gonna show up or how many or blah 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 blah.
You're teaching?
Yes, because
That's
Jaeger
quite-
asked me to.
When did Jaeger ask? We haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, a little while back. He's been helping me with side projects here and there.
Interesting.
Still working
You
on
just
that
haven't
beacon
seen him.
harmonics too.
Let me know if you need more help with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's been significant upgrades to it, but you know, this stuff takes time.
It does. Trying to find the right frequency to do things with reality has a tendency of taking a good while to do.
Well, I'm quite curious about this class, so I'm gonna sit in.
What is the sudden fascination with my powers?
Exploration
he's
of powers outside of our own.
I've always been curious. I've never seen anyone else do it, so
Exactly.
What about that Ren person?
who?
I've
The
never
person who
encountered
bought Jinx's soul?
Oh, I've never met him, so I've never seen his magic. So
them. That's a thing.
apparently, I almost forgot about him. Jinx mentioned to him about him once, but I haven't really talked to him or spoke to him ever since.
Hmm.
I gotta put some notes into my book then.
I don't even know what he looks like, so
Exactly.
He's a dumb
Never.
hat with some skull horns.
Oh.
uh why? Why?
So is Skulk like a type of fungal infection?
It's closer to an eldritch horror, a fifth dimensional being beyond our comprehension.
Oh.
What he said, I don't know much about it besides getting infected. I know it just works as a hive mind.
Hmm. Like type, it's kind of like the mycelium that that one strange island has, where it's all interconnected.
Deeper.
Oh, it's deeper than the mycelium network.
Yes, it likes darkness and infests the dark caves and whatnot.
I mean, physically, yeah, but like, metaphorically, it's deeper than mycelium.
Hmm. Okay, so it's like you say you like have a chunk over here and a chunk over here. They're both able to talk to each other. What not being physically connected, right?
As long as they occupy the same space, yes.
Oh. That's interesting.
That's why everything that Vex over here knew, it now knows.
Yes.
The people that he's seen, the places he's gone, the books that he's read, his thoughts, his feeling, it all knows it. So,
Dang.
if you ever come
Unfortunately.
across a skulk, he would already recognize you because he's seen you.
Have we interacted much?
In passings.
Hmm.
I don't think we talked much other than that.
So at least it knows what it would look like, right?
Yes.
Oh. I don't like this planet.
Listen here, buckaroo. It's multidimensional. You're not gonna escape it.
I don't like this being of existence.
Then ascend.
I've tried that.
Is that even impossible?
I gained 3 inches in height.
I don't think he meant that kind of ascend.
No. Not even close.
If you talk about divinity, that's at best folklore.
I can assure you it is not. Just because you don't have gods here doesn't mean that there are no gods.
Oh, then that's a fault on my part for lack of information available for me to study.
I've done my fair share of tangling with the gods.
Hmm.
I don't think I ever want to meet them.
Depends on the god.
I mean, this world is capable of like primordial entities, but like divinity, I have yet to interact with proper.
As a general rule of thumb, don't.
Hmm.
They're not all bad. But, definitely selfish beings.
It's one of those cases where just merely interacting with them just bring heartache to you.
No, like I said, I've met good gods.
Mm,
Like Zelek,
interesting.
the sun god. Pretty chill
Oh,
dude, if I do say so myself.
oh,
Interesting.
Him and his guardians did a lot of good for the world. Well, at least that world.
are are the gods pretty much locked to their plane of existence, or could they travel?
Depends on the type of god, I suppose.
Oh,
Like the dragon that, my core is made of dragon scales from a, void god.
oh,
He can definitely travel from universe to universe, dimension to dimension.
as long as the void exists.
The void is everywhere.
Oh,
It is the space between space.
mm. Love to check that out.
You would get destroyed. Without a proper vessel to protect you, you would literally get destroyed.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds dangerous.
I mean, like
No, thank you.
anywhere outside of a atmospheric area's tendency of destroying the body completely, if not with proper procedures and equipment.
Don't you, like, not need air or anything?
Yeah, but there's still micro comets that can leave massive holes in me if I hit them. So I still need a ship and all that.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Like they're about the size of a ball bearing, but they leave a hole the size of a trash can lid on the exit. They're going at such high speeds and leave molten slag behind upon impact.
Let me see. Space travel is not my forte, so I wouldn't know.
I lived my entire life in space, so I got pretty decent well of knowledge about it. People don't listen to schedules very well, it seems.
Yeah,
Not sure.
getting that impression.
It's like when something says you have to be here at a particular time, you usually always show up like 10 minutes early.
Hey, listen,
That way-
I'm here to teach whoever wants to be taught. If nobody wants to be taught, then I can just go home.
I can't go home.
Me too, buddy.
Oh, it's Anya.
Oh,
Oh,
Hey, Anya.
hello.
hello.
Hi.
How
Hi.
you doing?
I heard through the grapevine that you and Hawthorne found the cure for the Skulk twins.
Yep.
At some point, you gotta tell me about that.
I don't think I'm ready to share that story.
Said at some point.
I'm
Those
also
two have been through a lot, so.
It's more than just your home that could use that information.
I don't doubt that.
Oh. Same goes with me if you wish to talk about it too, because at least I'll be able to break down the information and see what possibilities are capable of dealing with it.
I don't know if Nova and I got all the books, but we got a good percentage of them. But none of them said anything on how to make it.
don't want to make it. But then again, I'm going to put a pin in that for right now.
If nobody shows up in like 15 minutes, I'm going home.
I'm picking up multiple life signs on my radar, so it looks like people are coming.
Oh, there's another. There's Jinx.
Definitely should not have their dogs down here.
They really shouldn't.
Well, there goes Jinx.
Put your dogs away!
No fluffy creatures allowed.
MIPS
it's
is
gonna
not
be
responsible for
dangerous.
any loss, death, or sudden transmutation of animals, materials, and other properties.
Yeah, we should have that sign everywhere.
Ooh. Ooh.
Jinx.
I don't think they can hear us. Oh, they're there. Put your dogs away! They should not be in this location.
Oh, the robot's
They
spinning.
followed me.
Just
Put 'em
make
away.
them
Followed
sit.
me randomly.
No, seriously,
Yeah,
they
you
should not
too.
be in here. Magic will be performed
let me-
and lives are at risk.
Jinx,
Hey,
it's
let me
best that you
go
probably
put
take...
them up. I'm putting them up. Give me a minute. Yeah, you too.
Are you having fun, Stargear?
I feel like I put these way too far away.
I just reorganizing the gyroscope. It's built for weightlessness, and gravity has a tendency of putting a lot of unnecessary weight on it.
Okay.
Gotta recalibrate it every so often.
Do you have a compass, Rose?
No. I just got a gyroscope.
Lovely.
Why is...
Mm.
Four, five, six. Should have brought fences. Oh well. Can we hear
There
he's
we go.
actually a spirit user?
Hi.
Oh, you are? Well, get out of the bleachers.
Is anyone else?
No, mostly
Nature and
Chris.
light.
Iron, though.
Nothing else.
Just space.
Space,
Just
light, nature. What are you... Shouldn't you be with your brother? Or... Where is your brother? Josie?
Oh, I'm not sure actually.
This should be fun.
Is it fixed now?
Yes.
Lovely. Pretty sure 2 more are supposed to be on their way.
I keep looking over, and that one axolotl makes it look like it's a person swimming in that pool.
What?
It's like every so often there's a golden axolotl that just presses against the glass, and I think there's just like a scuba diver of some sort in that tank.
I haven't seen anyone for a minute.
I see a brown one. Where'd it go? Yep, there's the brown one. No, that's the yellow one. Where's the brown one? Wait.
I saw a gold one. Oh.
He does that a lot, from what I've seen.
Well, it is part of my power.
It's definitely interesting.
Really wishing I had a list of who was going to be here so I can mark who's actually going to be here.
But that would have mean you would have thought ahead about this.
Yeah, I was only just asked to do this, so that's fun.
This is why you gotta sign up for your classes.
Ah, more people.
Oh,
Hello
thanks,
there.
sir. Hello.
Are you two? What's your spirals?
I'm space and space and spirit, chaos and spirit. She is.
I'm
What are you?
spirit and
Okay.
dark.
So we
Oh.
have 3 spirit users and a bunch of spectators.
Yes, sir.
All right. I suppose we should go over some ground rules. There will be no casting towards the animals, the spectators, or towards the office, because we don't actually know what's hidden under there. The only direction you are allowed to cast is towards the northern wall, where the iron golems are, or will be.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
The spirit subclass is the subset of powers from darkness as... What is your name over there?
He doesn't do.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Me?
Which one?
Yes. There's only
Megan.
3 spirit users.
Meg.
As Meg so pointed out that she classifies herself as both dark and spirit. Myself, I am a pure spirit user. I do not, despite having the ability, I do not use dark magic or the other lines accessible to myself.
Oh.
Everyone has a casting potential. We call this our will. Our will can vary between person to person, but is derived from our own strength, whether that be from training, natural talent, or some combination of both. Now, to my understanding, the people born of this world are often given these tomes at age to help them flesh out their powers, to give them a set, narrow path to follow. Some things for them to expect. But I've noticed there's not a lot of diversity between you all. As Vex pointed out before some of our last rivals came, my powers differ from yours just a teensy bit. Well, not just a teensy bit. You've probably seen me flying around. Your spirit form is different from mine. And that could be because the way I gained my powers and the way that I trained them. But that's not the only thing that can differ between people.
Oh.
This is Miko. He is my hellhound. He was a normal spirit of a dog once. After binding to me, he became this, summonable and carries along with me, attached to me. He is a part of me in a way, and vice versa. Powers. Your spiral is something that you can shape. Something that you can twist to your own personal needs. Now, I didn't need Miko. But Miko was all alone in a cave. So I brought him with. My spirit form, that differs from yours, was born out of necessity to survive. Now, out of the 3 spirit users here, how many actually have a spirit form?
I do.
I do.
I'm not sure. I don't know much about any of the things that come with being a spirit user.
Oh, so you're new.
Yes.
You appear to be a revenant. Recently woke.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I just showed up, so I don't know much of anything.
Alright, so this class will be very beneficial to you.
Yes.
Now, what is your name over there?
Notion, or no for short, Will.
Notion. Can you demonstrate your spirit form to... What is your name?
Lily.
Lily. Thank you. Meg, Notion, Lily.
Nice to meet you. This is my spirit form here.
Nice to meet you.
I've heard that his is a lot different to mine as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, with you in your spirit form like that, you still have casting potential, do you not?
I do indeed, yes.
Cool. Great. So, this is the spirit form that you guys gained through your ascension in the spiral tomes that have been outlined for you. And as some of you have probably seen before, this one's mine.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Vastly different from mine.
Indeed. So, like I said, powers can be twisted and shaped to our own needs. You do not have to stay on this fixed path that this book gives you. As long as you have the drive, the will, pun intended, to shape yourself, then you can achieve more than what is in front of you. You don't have to do what is laid out. Alright, time to go away, Nico. So,
That's one way to get rid of him.
well, his body persists unless taking enough damage. But he always comes back. His form is... It's more of a concentrated... his mass isn't real. It's my power that's projecting his soul.
Oh.
So his soul that is attached to mine, I'm using my own power to bring his physical form forth.
So his physical form is just your condensed will?
Bingo.
Okay.
Interesting.
There is so much life around us that you do not see. Well, to the naked eye, they do not see. But us spirit users, we can see, we can hear. Around us are plenty of spirits that we can call forth and use as our own. I need shears. No matter.
Golem.
Observe. Give me a second. All around us is life.
Oh,
These spirits are all around. Always. We have the power to call them forth. You said that you're completely new to these abilities?
Yes.
And I'm assuming since you just woken up, you don't know if you had them before or if this is new to your current existence.
From what I remember, I'd assume that this is new.
Powers are a fickle thing. The spiral has a way of choosing what powers you get. Whether that be through training, birthright, experimentation, or trauma, these different methods unlock different powers for us. So, you may not be born with this set of powers, but an incident could bring them upon you. Or, in my case, experimentation. My original line was nature. Believe it or not. I used to be able to talk to animals. It was a family trait. But after experimentation, my first power was actually speaking to the dead. The spiral can come upon us in many different ways. Now, it is believed that nobody is truly spiralless. Those who do not unlock their spiral may not be going about unlocking it in the right way. If you need to get up and stretch your legs, take a drink of water, there's no need to stay seated. And if you have questions, just say so.
ugh.
I need to go real quick. Bring in a hanging plant.
My pumpkin seeds now. So, to recap what we've learned so far. The spiral can be manipulated by personal use. It can be obtained in several different methods. And it can change. Any questions thus far?
No, I'm okay so far.
I'm good.
Some spirit user powers actually have a unique trait, where we are not bound by the physical world. I have the ability to attack through walls. Casting simple spells can mean no obstacle to a person who is projecting their will as pure energy. Spirit magic is a projection of your soul. Your spirit form is your soul. Now, because we can shoot through walls and everything, and then we're using just our pure will, our attacks have no mass. They burn to the touch when getting hit by them, but like they will not push anyone. They will not make anything fall. They cannot interact with the physical world other than damaging. There's nothing that we can destroy. And that is our limitation through our spiral. Our spirits can also pass through walls. Now, I understand that your spirit forms give you more physical matter than mine. Mine allows me to travel through solid objects, while yours do not. That's a limitation that is, again, brought up by your narrow path through this tome. And it's no fault of your own. It's just the path that was laid out for you.
How unfortunate.
Powers can be changed and trained.
Interesting.
Through your basic arsenal as a spirit user, you get access to spells such as... Give me a second. Spirit Shot, your basic. Will Drain, Spirit Lock, Spirit Summon, Spirit Form, Spirit Anchor, and Spirit Barrier, Soul Barrier. This is a variety of tools that are both offensive and defensive. Your Spirit Form you use for travel, your Spirit Shot you use for attack, your Spirit Lock is used for capture and contain. These tools are meant to help you out in your day-to-day. But be mindful, these are dangerous. The spiral is dangerous. Whether it can hurt you or other people, or other living creatures. Using your will the way that we do, and using spirits as a byproduct, is still dangerous. There are plenty of cases where we can push ourselves too far and we will get spiral sickness. This is bad to say nonetheless. It is essentially you pushing your body too far, too hard. It's screaming at you to stop, to rest. Think of the spiral as muscle fibers. You can work out and exercise, but if you just continuously do it and not take care of yourself, you're going to break yourself in a spectacular fashion. Keep doing it over and over again, well, you might just fall apart at the seams. Just because you're powerful, just because you have power, doesn't make you invincible. Any questions thus far about the spiral or any of the spells that I have mentioned but not gone into detail about?
I have a question.
Shoot.
So you're saying, like, with your spirit spiral, you're just, like, forcing will to be attuned to magic to inflict the damage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why
Our
it's
magic is a projection of our soul.
Okay.
Metaphysical and physically speaking. The will that we use is a part of us. Every single one of us. So, we'll take a short 2-minute break, everyone.
Alright.
And it's break time.
It's little break time. Ooh.
I'm like literally sitting here with a notebook and pencil and writing the shit down.
Why are you actually writing this down?
I'm just eating my dinner. I'm just like, I'm just gonna mute and...
Same. Dinner.
I'm just on my phone.
I'm being a proper Stargazer and just take notes of everything.
Isn't this normally your like break time? You'll go like on break for like 15-20 minutes?
Yeah, but I'm gonna stick around long enough to finish the class.
Man, I have no plan for this class. I'm just going. It goes as long as you guys ask questions and participate.
You're just free in here.
I literally am. I did not come up with a plan prior to this. I was having a heat stroke on my couch.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
My AC's broken.
Oh no!
It's like half asleep and fucking melting.
Like, you good, bro? Did not get an answer.
Yeah, like she messaged me. I was passed out for probably another hour before I replied. There was just
Like,
Game
this is
Grumps
not
playing in the
normal, I'm
background.
freaking snapping.
He stripped the Game Grumps, yeah.
Yeah, she's used to me like replying instantly, or like within a few
Oh.
minutes. But
Oh,
I did not
back.
reply for now.
Alright, back to
On
me.
red.
Okay, 1 second.
While we all load.
Oh,
Let me know when you're all good.
I'm good.
downloading resource pack now.
Okay, okay.
And
I have,
we're loading.
I have the giant server sign as my spell focus.
Okay, we're good.
Me too. Alright, everyone good?
I'm
Yep.
still loading.
Alright.
And okay.
Cool. Any more questions before we continue? No? No?
Actually, I do.
No.
I have another one.
Okay, go ahead, shoot.
So with you being a spirit spiral caster, your specialty spiral is able to affect the souls of other people as well.
Yes, so like if I use a spirit lock on someone, I'm imposing my will on somebody else. That is what the paralysis actually is. Now, recently going through the dungeon, you guys have come across scrolls that are called Overwill. It's a similar fashion, except you're breaking other people's spells by imposing your will on their magic. Same basic concept with Spirit Lock. I'm imposing my will on an entity, and it's locking them down, giving them paralysis, hurting them.
Okay.
So, be mindful how you use your magic. Because in some cases, you are forcing yourself. Now, it's not like that for everyone. Like, let's take Miss Voss's magic, for instance. You have Entangled, correct?
Correct.
That magic isn't imposing will upon someone. She's imposing her will to manifest plants.
Oh, wow.
So she's using those vines to trap someone, while spirit users are imposing their will on someone else to trap them within their body.
That's good to know.
Interesting.
There are separations and deviations between different spirals. Basic concepts are, the basics and will carry over, but there are fine lines to divert between. It's what makes us different.
Okay.
And I know space, like base space, doesn't have any capture spells, but Void and Chaos do. Now, I'm not sure what every spell line has, as I have not come across every spell line. There are plenty of things out there in the world and in the multiverse that are different, strange, and new. So, we've gone over some of the basics. Let's actually go into detail about the different spells. Spirit Shot is the very first spell that a spirit user can learn. It is, at its core, a base projection of your soul and will. This spell, although not too powerful, can be handy in a pinch. Back in my home dimension, it used to operate a little differently. When I would attack someone, it would physically knock them back very hard. Like if they were standing on a ledge, they would go flying off. Nowadays, it passes through blocks and gives a burning sensation to my target. Because what is happening here is my will, my projection of my soul is traveling. And when it hits something, my energy is attacking theirs. That's what it is. My will is attacking their soul. That's what that burning is. Nothing more, nothing less. And as a spirit user, well, no physical harm. So though you may feel burns, you will actually not receive burns. It is a bitch to take, though. I have been hit by these spells before. They are not pretty.
No, they are not.
No, they are not. Up next is Will Drain. Now, there's no particular reason why Will Drain does exist. Some people think it was born out of necessity. Some people think it was born out of fear. They say the most dangerous animals are caged ones, cornered ones. And they are right in some instances. The ability to take away somebody else's will, their ability to cast, to keep them from attacking or defending, is an interesting one, to say nonetheless. It doesn't work on the spiralists. So golems here, they're man-made. Golemancy is a very common practice. Any magic can produce them. Any person at all. But they do not have their own will. Will Drain only affects those who have a spiral.
Interesting.
And everyone has a spiral. But it does not affect the quote-unquote spiralists. The spiralists are just those who have not unlocked their spiral yet, through one means or another. Will Drain is an effective tool to protect and, in some cases, ensnare. So, if I want to protect myself from somebody else, I can keep him from casting, or in, let's say, Stargear's case, I can keep him from teleporting away. I can keep him from escaping. These are the practical uses of Will Drain. Now, I don't need to show you all what it does, because then you'll be left powerless. And we don't want that. There's no need for that. Nobody's in danger here.
Almost works like blade magic a bit. My experience using it, it also targets wills using anti-magic.
Anti-magic is a unique line. This dimension is actually my first time coming across it. The ability to cancel out somebody else's magic, even spirit users. It's a vital utility to both defend and contain. Now, I've not seen much anti-magic up close and personal, but I know you share that line with Jaeger, who, Headmaster,
I do.
is not here today. That's alright. Now, even your anti-magic can dispel a spirit user's magic. Would you like to be a part of a demonstration?
Sure. Give me 1 second.
Alright. I'll only use lowest level Spirit Shot, the most basic spell. Once you're ready, come to the stand and stand here facing the crowd, as though I will be casting towards you the north face of the facility.
Okay.
Over there.
Alright.
Alright. Now, will this attack reflect at all? Or just
it won't.
dispel?
It's-
Okay.
It'll just dispel.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. See? Simple enough. Same concept as Overwill. He's imposing his will to cancel out other magic.
Mm.
Interesting.
Is that capable of shutting down movement ability spells?
So, movement
Or just
ability
projectiles?
spells are enhancements of your physical body, your physical traits. Now, these, from my understanding, you may correct me if I'm wrong, Vex.
Yes.
The anti-magic line can keep you from casting and cancel out things like projections, bolts, lobs, but it will not cancel out physical enhancements. So if some person were to use their, for example, us as spirit users, if you were to use your spirit form, he would not be able to cancel that out
That's correct.
because
That's interesting.
you were enhancing yourself, not the world around you.
Oh.
That's some useful knowledge.
You may sit down if you'd like.
Alright.
Lily, do you have any questions thus far, since this is all brand new to you?
No, I think I'm following along pretty good.
Anyone else?
I'm not of the spiral, but I'm definitely keeping up with it.
Okay, okay. Up next is Spirit Summon. So I demonstrated this to you guys earlier, nice and easy. This is us imposing our will to bring forth spirits. Now, they do just sometimes wander around. But they are a little reckless. If you do not mark someone as an ally, they will just attack anything. Be mindful of where you summon and who you summon around.
Good to know.
Because the reason why I said we're not casting towards the tank over there is because we will absolutely kill every fish, every axolotl, every squid that is in there with the spirits. They do not discriminate.
So there's no controlling them.
To a degree.
I see.
Now, like I said, you can mark friendly people, and they will not attack them, but they will literally go after anything else. So we all have the ability to mark a friendly person and friendly animals too. So if I just now mark this golem as my team member and summon, well then,
That's
Oh,
something.
That's for real something.
that is really something.
Maybe it's because it's spiralist. The mark didn't take.
Maybe.
You know, I've never actually tested that on a golem before, so I'm going to say that as yes, since it is spiralless. That was, mighty embarrassing if I do say so myself, as I did not expect that. But you cannot account for everything.
indeed.
That's right.
Alright. Any questions about the spirit summoning?
No.
Alright. Remember, these spirits aren't just pulled from nothing. They are all around you. We are never truly alone. Now, I don't know if our resident spirit users can see and hear, but you are truly not alone. Being able to summon spirits is evidence of that. Now, me.
You mentioned you could see and hear them.
Pardon?
Why is that? You mentioned before you could see and hear spirits.
Yes.
Why is that?
The ability to hear them was a mutation of my birth ability to talk to animals. Undergoing experimentation allowed me to no longer talk to animals, but now hear and talk to spirits, and eventually see them, and eventually call them forth
See.
Next is your spirit forms. We've talked a little bit about them already. Your spirit form gives you enhanced speed. The retains your ability to cast, and exposes your soul to the outside world. Your body is basically phasing away. Now, it's not that your body is gone, it is just separated from the mortal world here. Do you understand that?
Yes.
It is not understood where our bodies go. I personally have not had time to research into that very far. But I am speculating here, but I have the idea that our bodies are same as Miko's body. It is basically put into a little pocket realm, a little dimension that is not exposed to anyone or anything, just waiting to be called upon, or in your case, put matter into. Because right now that little pocket space is empty, because your physical bodies are standing before me and before everyone else. But when you activate that power, where does it go? Matter cannot be created nor destroyed, unless you are a fifth dimensional being. But we're not getting into that today.
Oh.
Story for another day then.
Story for another day. So, what does that mean for the average person? Your body cannot be destroyed. Atoms speaking. So it has to go somewhere.
That's true.
So, as you use your power, as you impose your will to expose your soul, to move faster, to move around the world, your body is put somewhere safe and neat and tucked away, ready for you to recall upon it. Now, let me know if I've lost any of you. Nope. Alright.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm hanging on so far.
Alright.
I'm good.
We have 2 spells left. Spirit Anchor and Soul Barrier. Spirit Anchor is a complicated one. It is very fickle. For this, I'm gonna need to... I basically just need to show you. See this arrow? Looks like a nice normal arrow. Somebody come down here. Okay, start here. Looks normal, feels normal.
Yep.
Break it.
Break it? Oh.
Oh. Oh.
This is Spirit Anchor. Your ability to split your soul apart and bind it to an item.
What?
Dang.
Something just died in the fish tank.
Probably a fish or a squid.
Most likely. There are no squid in that tank.
The ability to break yourself apart is useful. It allows you to go to anyone or any place.
Is there a range to that?
Nope.
So just anywhere in the world you can summon someone.
Yep. Here,
Interesting. Wow.
do it again.
Even in
Wow.
spirit form?
Wow.
Wow.
Does it hurt when you get pulled like that?
It's a weird sensation, because what's happening is you're getting tugged back to that part of your soul. You are becoming more whole again. Now, I have a bunch of these. A bunch of myself split to small items. And I've given them to people that I love, people that I care about, people that I think that if they need me, to call upon me. Now, this isn't just a tool, it is also can be used as a way of escape. These little items can be placed down and eventually be summoned to. So if I throw that over there. So it doesn't need to be just a person that does it. It can be just me. Give me a second.
Oh wow.
So a person doesn't need to summon you. You can summon yourself. You can recall to any piece of it. Now, typically, you can only break it up into thirds. And remember, if you break yourself up too far, you can lose yourself. This is your soul that we're talking about. The less of you that you have, the less of you that you are you. This can be dangerous. Once you experience being broken apart into little bits, you're not exactly the same. Not really. You may be able to cast, you may have the same memories, but you aren't whole. Physically and metaphysically speaking. So, use this ability sparingly. I made a bunch of them for this demonstration, and I will I'll reassemble myself later. But I implore you, be careful. You spread yourself too thin, one day you may not be all there. You may lose yourself.
Definitely something to look out for.
Indeed. Alright, well, suppose I should show the very last spell that we have at our disposal. In 1 second. This spell is certainly a unique one. It came to me out of necessity, more or less. When I was training it with somebody else, when I was a younger man, they wanted me to use my soul projection abilities, such as Spirit Shot, to make a weapon. But I made a barrier instead, and you guys have the ability to do so as well. This barrier is both offensive and defensive. It does two things. When any person or entity is within range of your barrier, like within it, your projection of the spell will burn them to their core. But it serves a second purpose, and I'll need somebody to basically attack me.
I'm willing to volunteer again if you need it.
I can do it.
See how he's within range? Don't come too much closer. If you have a lob or a bolt based spell, try to shoot me, or even an arrow. An arrow will do. Ah! Can't see!
Oh.
Again. Well, that's... Oh, my eyes. That gets into the second point. Spells that are too fast will not get caught in the barrier. So, the subclass of fire, lightning... Oh, my fucking eyes. They have the ability to use this stun, which travels as fast as lightning. The spell is too fast to get caught by the barrier. So, does anyone have a bow to demonstrate this? Yeah, that's much better. Try to shoot me with your arrow. Completely destroyed.
It just ate it.
Exactly. Go ahead, keep trying. Well,
Interesting.
now this does work on most spells, but as you saw with me, aren't you a nature user? Ow!
And
Oh.
light, as of
About
recently.
It's my bad. I wasn't focusing. It just clicked in my head that I was blinded by light. Sorry about destroying most of your arrows.
I had an entire stack. I have 3 left.
With that aside, it will counteract most projectiles. It'll eat things, arrows, ender pearls. I don't think it'll eat minecarts. But it will also damage things like animals and golems, people. Now, it's not invincible. Miss Voss struck me with light. Faster magic like stun will get through, so you have to be careful. It's a good offense and defense tool. However, it is not impervious. It is, however, extremely powerful at higher levels.
Oh.
Oh well, the range
No.
got bigger.
Damn.
Oh. It just ate them.
Indeed.
That's pretty fast.
That was a max level one. And they do last longer as you put more will towards it. Its range is fairly impressive. This will also slow people who are within it, I believe. No, will drain slows. This just straight hurts.
Is it just pretty much just destroying the will around it to cause the damage?
So, we're basically marking a point, a central location, where we're projecting, where we have a fixed amount of will put into that point, projecting outwards to protect yourself and whoever you have marked as a friendly. So anyone who is outside that range cannot shoot in with most spells, asterisk. Keep that in mind. You are still vulnerable. And anything that's within will be taking damage. Now, that's not without caveats. Even with this max level soul barrier, somebody with, let's say, iron skin or life magic can get through with no harm. So, like, iron skin and what was the next level of that? Was it rock skin and iron skin? That gives a person fair amount of resistance, because they're using their will to harden their body to give themselves resistance through physical and magical means. So that's why, although they may be being attacked by the barrier when they enter it, they can reflect some of that magic away. That's how they use their magic.
Interesting.
Other than Miko, which is a summon, we are out of spells to discuss about. Miko is a special case where he is my familiar. He's bound to my soul. That's why I can call upon him from anywhere. His soul is within my body, and and I use my will to bring his body forth. If that makes sense. Now, of all the spells that we've gone over, does anyone have any questions about them, their utility, usage?
So pretty much, spirit spiral users are like skirmishers, in a sense.
How so?
Like, they can go in, drop a whole bunch of things to control the battlefield, and they can take out the targets they want without worrying too much about being locked down in one place.
I suppose you are right. We have this unnatural balance of offense and defense with utility. It is hard to keep us in one place, such as your spiral. Space allows you to go in between places real quick, real fast. Be in and out anywhere. We, with our powers, we can more or less be anywhere, especially with spirit form and spirit anchor. You can be anywhere.
Then you got spells that can lock down targets and prevent most means of attack against you.
Yes.
Interesting.
We basically have 2 attack spells, 2 movement spells, and 1 utility. No, 2 okay. 2 utility, 2 attack, and 2 movement. No. 3 utility. Right. If nobody has any further questions or does not want to conduct any training, so like actual like training against people, then class will be concluded. If you have anything that you don't want to say in front of the rest of the class and want to catch one-on-one, I will be upstairs in the library for a little bit.
Okay.
Interesting.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Nova.
Thank you very much.
Class dismissed.
That's a dramatic way to leave class.
I don't like teaching. Oh my fucking god. I need a break. Oh, that's some noise.
Nova,
Ah! How did you get behind me?
by going around a bookshelf.
Okay, yeah, okay. How can I help you?
I know you're planning on going up against Marco in the near future. I figure you could use some of the items Nova and I gathered.
Flask of Purity.
The Purity Flask is what will cure him.
A flask of condensed will. It feels pure and warm to the touch. Where'd you find this?
In a lab, underground, surrounded by skulk.
Oh, So the usual places. Dragon's
Yes.
Breath. Haven't seen this in a while. Interesting. What's the Dragon's Breath for?
No. I'm pretty sure it's one of the ingredients to make the flasks.
Interesting. Are these the only things you found?
There are plenty of other items we found, but Nova has them.
God.
It's
Somebody just used gravity knuckle through the floor.
Hmm.
I recognize that spell anywhere. It's one of Devin's favorites. Where is that bastard?
Last I saw him, he was with us, running from the lab.
He was... What was he doing with you? No offense.
Nova
I'm
and I
just confused.
and then taken. We were too. We found him inside the lab eating an apple.
I'm definitely gonna have to question him about that later. You look
You got
shaken.
what you needed. That's an understatement.
How is he?
Not much better.
One Raiders from MR Unknown Gaming have joined.
You look a little lost.
Not lost, just surprised.
About?
Nothing. Anyways, I'll leave you for now.
Listen. You face you faced horrors that you can't quite comprehend. I can see that. It's gonna take some time to adjust. Try to take care of yourself, and don't needlessly put yourself in danger.
I don't even want to leave the port. I'm not going anywhere.
Be safe. She's tense. This is certainly interesting, though. This one
Very
cures
deep
him?
episode today.
Episode is not what I'd call it. I still live in between the moments that you don't view. But this flask here, will this really be enough to cure him? Well, cure Jinx and Vex, who are much further along, so perhaps this will work on him. I can probably squeeze this into my plan of distracting Marco while they sink the ancient city. Sink the city, cure him, escape. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just gotta mentally prepare myself to turn into Hawthorne. That's gonna be painful.
Are you willing to bear that sin?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Lily, it wasn't?
Yeah, Lily. I had a couple questions. Because
Alright.
I never originally had, at least from what I can remember, had these powers. And you were mentioning that there were ways that they could go up. And I was wondering if you could tell me a bit about that, I guess.
How the spiral manifests within people?
Yes.
So there's bloodline, there is training, there is experimentation, and there's trauma. There's probably a few other unknown ways, because there are people who seem to not have spiral, but everyone has a spiral, just different ways of unlocking it.
And you said that you, if I remember correctly, you gained yours through, like, at least the spirit through experimentation. What type of experimentations could cause this?
Well,
if you know at all.
I can't say for everyone, but for me specifically, there was a cult in my home dimension. The leader was trying to become immortal. He wanted to fill his vessel with spirits, the dead, to extend his life to feed off of their energy. When his body failed, he turned to experimenting on other people in hopes to steal their body. Someone or something that can handle all that power. I was number 4. Branded on my ankle and everything to prove it.
Oh.
My body has been altered, modified, to carry spirits. The scars along my arms and legs, they filled my bones with soul sand to physically carry these spirits. So all the ones that are floating around are not the only ones that are in this room. There are a lot that live in me, fractured and broken apart because the nature of the sands, but in me nonetheless. That's the experimentation that I personally went through.
Okay.
And I can see that you're a little horrified.
I mean, I could never imagine doing something like that to someone.
Well,
One Raiders from Thejaeus Wolf have joined.
When you want to be a god and have no concern for anyone else's will in life, you will do horrible things.
Yeah.
The man lost his mind.
I've gathered that. And do you know of anyone else who might have gotten their spiral, whatever, through experimentation?
What I mentioned earlier, there is another spirit user that I was training with that wanted me to make a blade out of my spirit shot, and I instead got the barrier. That was somebody who basically took my place in a different universe. Her name was Jamie. She was an Anari. Basically a legendary, like, fox creature. They had the ability to shapeshift a little bit. They chose her vessel, to use her as a vessel because her ability to change back and forth with her forms made it a sturdy body. They chose me because in my home dimension, I had 3 lives. So she undergo the same experimentation that I did, but for a different reason in a different universe.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering, I'm trying to piece together, how I don't know. I'm trying to piece together everything, trying to figure out how everything happened. So this is really helpful, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah. I may end up coming to ask you a few more questions if I have any, but for now I think that that would be it.
What I showed down there isn't the full extent of my powers.
What else
When
is there?
when I touch someone, I can hear their soul. And if it's another spirit user, we share memories. Now, I'm not going to subject you to that without consent, but perhaps, since you can't remember who you are or where you came from, maybe I can figure out who you are and where you came from.
That would be great.
Of course, it is
Oh,
a
like when you
two-way
attached yourself
bridge,
to Jinx.
and you would see my memories too. You would feel what I felt, and, well, whatever I find out about you may not be worth what you find out about me.
I think I'd have to think about it. I'll get back to you on that.
Of course.
I think that would be helpful, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for that right now. I'm still trying to wake up and get myself used to being here in general.
Of course, of course. It is.
But I will.
Is an offer, but it does have its toll.
Yes, I will. I will. I will definitely think about it, and I will let you know when I'm ready. Yeah.
Do you have any other questions?
Thank you. No, I think that's it.
All right.
Thank you, though.
You be safe and take care.
You too. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Zip.
Yeah. Hydrate.
With how you describe getting spiral magic, would re-entering orbit with nothing but a thermal shield be considered trauma?
Perhaps. Constructs are strange to me. They say Obscura's made them, and what they have within them isn't exactly a soul, but they have will. They have the ability to cast. So, what is powering them? What is driving them? They are their own people, or perhaps they are fractions of who made them. What if their personalities are just copies of the Obscura? What if their personalities are just copies of the Obscura that made them? It's interesting to think about. Imbuing part of yourself into an object. That's what Spirit Anchor is. But what if the Obscura used their light magic, their will, and embedded it in constructs? And that's what they are. The ability to grow and learn. They are people, but they don't have a soul. Not really. It's so different. It's warm in a way, but it doesn't hum and sing like a soul. I wonder. you have water?
Maybe it's a fragment that's slumbering, waiting to awaken and grow.
Thank you, Teacher's Lounge. Well, class is over and it doesn't seem like anyone else has potential questions, so I should probably get out of here. It's a lot of talking, a lot more than I normally do. I hope I did alright. I did not make any kind of lesson plan.
Stargear went home to compile all he learned.
There better be a book in MIPS, because I'm not writing it. I'm not fucking writing that book and putting it in MIPS. A beautiful sunset. Here's the Vex and Anya.
From a star you weren't born under.
Exhausted. And my throat hurts from that much talking.
You bared a bit of yourself to strangers, no wonder you're tired. Poor goat had to be social.
Yeah, I fucking hate people. But I owe Jaeger for helping me out with, well, multiple projects at this point. It's the least I can do. It definitely went differently than I thought it would. I thought it would be mostly spirit users with some spectators, but it was mostly spectators with some spirit users. I thought we would be up in, you know, casting and like going over different spells. But it definitely went in a more me talking at them kind of situation. I need a rest, though.
These casters are still young. Jinx has always been interested in spirit magic.
She should drop that interest. Without real fortitude, this power is a curse, and Jinx does not have that fortitude. What are you doing up there? How did you get up there?
Interesting that no construct is a spirit user at the moment.
That is interesting. I'm not sure if they can become a spirit user. You are not one of mine. Did Luna summon you? Don't look at me like that. Come on, let's go.
Jinx will mostly stick to her current line. She is unlocking new spells.
Oh my god, you goober. Okay. What were you even doing up there?
Was 100% expecting a jump scare.
Jump scare? From what? Still need to manufacture.
The ally.
Oh, I still need to manufacture a focus crystal for this. Because it's generating power for sure, and it's getting stored in these power banks. However, it is not doing it well because there's no focus crystal. I think I need a break. Store the purification flask away. And really lay down. Ooh. Alright everyone, thank you so much for joining for this installation of the Genesis perspective on EverDark SMP. I really hope that you enjoyed it and the lesson on the Spirit Spiral and some of the basics for the other spirals. And I hope you have a very lovely night. Does anyone have any raid suggestions before I go, or... YouTube video...
Night Nova.
Night night. Well, is this person still alive? No, they're not. Heck. Oh, well, guess we're just ending. Be safe, everyone. Have a nice night. Bye.